Carey, before you go, happy birthday, bud. Make it all official on the stream. Happy birthday to you, dude. Have a good one. Shall break that for 20 minutes away. Very quiet. The music is still going. Oh, aha. Okay. Boom. Am I better? Should be better. Yeah, there we go. The mic. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, let's have a great casual chat stream. The Sunday show. So, this. I just kind of wanted to weigh in on this. So, as we know, we recently had this girl named Greta something or other, child talking about climate change. Well, I got two perspectives on this. One, I do feel climate change is real. I do feel like, we have, what's the term? Assisted in making it stronger than it probably should be. And we do need, I get that it's like the kid saying that, like, look, you adults haven't listened to each other, maybe you'll listen to a kid. However, at the same time, I still always disagree with anybody using children to push some sort of political message, even if their messages I agree with. So that's my 2 cents on that. I'm like, I can kind of see what they're trying to do, but I disagree with it on the very premise that I do not agree with using children in any way to push a political message, even if their political messages I agree with. But enough of that shit. This is the casual chat stream. Well, we try to be fairly positive and upbeat and whatnot. So, a couple days ago, I finally sat down and watched the Shazam movie. It was probably one of the better ones that DC has put out, in my opinion. It was still a little lackluster in a few areas. Like, it could have done with just a little bit more, pack a little bit more of a punch, but it was still quite fun. I would like you to pause it, right? Yeah, it was still a pretty fun ride. I'm gonna have to sit down with my son and watch it. But yeah. Booze, have you seen the new Shazam movie? And whoever else is here, yeah, welcome. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have seen that. Let's see, what else do I have for you today? I know I had another thing. I just can't remember what it is right now because my brain has gone a blank. Well, wow. Yeah. That was all right. And like I said, it could have just had packed a little more punch. Like there was a lot of good moments that helped carry the movie along. There was lots of good little things that they had put in, little things, but it could have just had a little more punch. Man, this rain. You guys can't hear it, I'm sure. I mean, if you can, let me know. But I don't think you guys can hear it on the stream here. But, man, it is such a good sound. We're starting to get into the rainy season here in Humboldt County, Northern California, or Northern California. We're still kind of retarded up here, too. Well, let's look at a few articles. So we'll go to the Might of Volgoth and news. Dog is online right now, it looks like. Yeah, he was doing a streaming show right before I was doing mine. Okay, Discord. Anytime now, I would like to be able to have access to the Discord to do things. Hell, if you were working right now, Discord, I could even pop on Booze if he wanted to come on and help kind of carry the show a little bit. But I can't even do anything right now. That really blows. So I guess in the meantime, hang on. That's all I can do. It's not working. Why is it not working? What? Why is it not working? I can minimize and maximize, but it's not doing anything. What? Why can't I do anything? On my own server, nonetheless. See if there's anything. Oh no. No. Yeah, we're gonna try to find some new articles here, so give us a few moments, folks, while we try to find you a few articles to make this show slightly more entertaining and at least have somewhat of a purpose. We'll go to Google. See what comes up on news. Oh, some slightly localish news. Not too long ago, Snoop Dogg was in the area buying his usual bits of weed, and he also apparently has bought a few grow properties, and he'll probably be having his own strains probably coming out at the dispensary. Let's look at the chat while we're doing that. Yeah, I agree, Zip. I don't think they expected it to do as nearly as it did, and it did pretty well. Like I said, and it was a really good, well, not really good, but it was a decent good movie. It just, if they'd given it a little bit more of a budget, and it could have popped a lot more. They could have done a little, but they still did pretty damn well for what they had. Okay, news.google.com, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's try to find something not terrible. Everything is just ugh. Okay, let's click on science. Let's see if there's anything nice in the new science news, because I don't want the other, like, so much bullshit that it was showing me. This is the casual chat stream while we try to be chill and not talk about really boring ass crap. Wait, did I click on sports? No! We don't want sports. We don't know enough about sports to be able to actually entertain you guys with with sports data. I don't think people like who's like seriously. I am not a sports channel. People do not come to me for your sports news. Just no, just no. Don't do it. Okay, I'm not the guy for your sports news. I barely even follow the few things that I do like in sports. Like my favorite soccer team is a team from Rotterdam, Holland called Feyenoord. My favorite football team is college football, and that is the Florida Gators. My favorite NFL is probably like one of them. Well, it used to be the Redskins, kind of. I don't know about it anymore. Hell, I like NASCAR, but I don't remember who my favorite drivers are anymore. Um, yeah, see, I'm terrible with sports, guys. I'm not. Yeah, would not. Yeah, besides, most of us nerds aren't like massive sports heads usually anyway. So yeah, pretty sure that the folks who come to SideQuest are not gigantic sports folks. Aha! Hey, Gray. Welcome to the Sunday Casual chat stream. And now we're just waiting on news to give me some science news so that I can read a few good articles and I might need to reopen Discord because it is not responsive right now. Okay, so if you guys want, Ray and Izu, once I get Discord up and running again, I will pop you guys in and maybe we can discuss more about the movie. But great, have you seen the Shazam movie? That'll help get the conversation started while I'm trying to find some nice sciencey articles to look at. Why are things doing this? Coming completely unresponsive. Yeah, Discord is still doing that too. What the heck? Okay, okay, there we go. Alright. So, apparently, life on Mars could be found within 2 years, but world is not prepared, NASA's chief scientist says. The NASA chief scientist apparently also said we're close to finding and announcing alien life on Mars, but is the world ready? Astronomers spot a planet that shouldn't exist. What? Oh, well, that could be a black hole. That's fun. Okay. Okay. Screw you, Discord. I think we're gonna try something different. Da, 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 da. Come on, go hang out. Everything is being a dick today. Why? Yeah, come on, Google Hangout. Oh, now my chat just disappeared. What the hell? No, no, Google Assistant, we don't need you. Sorry, guys. My just the usual technical difficulties. And tell you what, let me. I'm gonna set everything up, and I'll be right back. Aha, and we are back. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Come on, let's open the correct article. And alright, if you guys want to join, the link is down there below. It will be in the chat for a short period of time, and then it will be deleted. Remove. There we go. That science article has opened up. Okay, there we go. Opening, gas giant exoplanet. Okay. Do, 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 do. Get out of the bathroom, little girl. Throw it away and get out of the bathroom. My lame ass computer is being slow. Oh, dang it. Come on, give me. I don't think you'll need to post. I think things are just slightly slow. Astronomers spotted a planet that shouldn't exist. When we imagine what other solar systems are like, it's easy to fall in a trap assuming that our own system is a model that all others must follow. That's simply not the case, and astronomers know that solar systems come in all shapes and sizes, but even still, the system orbiting the star GJ3512 is a real weirdo. GJ3512 is a tiny star. It's a red dwarf, and it's only about 1/8 the mass of our own sun. Typically, the stars are significantly larger than the planets that orbit them, and scientists would expect the world near a star like this to be a pint size by comparison. As a new paper published in Science reveals, this couldn't be farther from the truth. Sorry about the noise in the background. My son is having trouble keeping himself quiet. Observations of the star revealed that it's being orbited by at least two gas giants, possibly similar to our own Jupiter or Saturn. One of the massive planets is around half the mass of Jupiter, but that still makes it a true giant compared to its diminutive star. The planet is believed to orbit its star around once every 214 days, while the other is believed to be farther away, taking nearly 4 Earth years to complete an orbit. Gas giants aren't typically seen around such tiny stars, and astronomers aren't even entirely sure how they formed in the first place. It's believed that planets like Jupiter began as rocky cores that accumulated gas and dust, eventually turning into gas-rich spheres. The gas giants around GJ3512 aren't believed to have formed this way. Instead, the researchers suggest that gas and debris orbiting the star long ago may have clumped up over time on its own rather than forming around a rocky center. In any case, it's an incredibly rare find, and it's giving astronomers a lot to think about when it comes to solar system evolution. Short and decent. Let's see. Let's open that one. And yes, payday is always nice. I heard a ping, heard a sound. Either somebody joined the. Oh, no, no one joined the hangout. I think. I'm not quite certain what happened. Well, let's get to this article real quick. Oh, I see what happened. Somebody freaking messaged me on. Hangouts, and it's spam. I was hoping it was something way cooler. Oh well.
No more. No. No.
Planet 9 could be a miniature black hole hiding in our solar system. The concept of a ninth planet in our solar system, which orbits far beyond Neptune, captured the public's imagination 2016, and earlier this year, the idea gained. No, I don't. Pop-ups. Do you want to let our ads in so you can? No, I don't. The concept of a ninth planet in our solar system, which orbits far beyond Neptune, captured the public's imagination in 2016, and earlier this year, the idea gained steam again when astronomers found more evidence in support of Planet Nine's existence. Now, a different team of astronomers has suggested an even more intriguing idea: that the strange body we're seeing evidence of is not a planet, but a miniature black hole. That's an interesting point, Gray. Gray says, the impossible gas giant may have even been a rogue planet that got caught in the star's gravity. Stranger things have happened in space. Indeed. And you might be correct about that, which still would just indicate that we don't really know enough about what we know. And space is vast and fun. The researchers consider what they describe as an exciting possibility that the strange movements of the object which orbit the Sun around Neptune could be explained by the presence of a primordial black hole. Despite how unlikely that sounds, the authors believe that this scenario is not unreasonable, and they suggest a way to test it by looking for evidence of a dark matter microhalo around the mini black hole. Primordial black holes are a theoretical type of black hole that formed in the earliest universe, soon after the Big Bang. As the early universe was very dense, it may have been possible for black holes to form not from the collapse of stars, but on a much smaller scale. These tiny speculative objects could weigh as little as 1 times the mass of Earth, and a black hole 5 times the mass of Earth could fit in the palm of your hand, while one 10 times the mass of Earth would be about the size of a bowling ball. That means these black holes would be far smaller than the ones we are used to studying, so it would be possible for one to be located within our solar system and have us not notice it yet. To search for the potential mini black hole in our cosmic backyard, we'll all have to be creative in the tools we use. Black holes absorb any light which passes beyond their event horizon, so they're hard to spot. But the researchers suggest that a planet-mass black hole would have a halo of dark matter around it, which could stretch up to 1 billion kilometers from its center. Although we can't detect dark matter directly, we can look for dark matter particles interacting and creating bursts of gamma rays, which would give a clue to the presence of a black hole. To test their theories, the researchers' next step is to search through data from the Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope, looking for telltale gamma ray bursts that could help them identify our solar system's potentially most elusive body. The paper is available to view online on the pre-publication archive ArXiv. Alright, let's see if we got any. This one looks promising. Got another article coming up. And while that article is coming up, if you are enjoying the content currently today and you have a little extra coin to spend, please toss a couple bucks my way at streamlabs.com/JarlFalstaff. That's streamlabs.com/JarlFalstaff. Alright, shilling done. Article is almost open. And this should be a fun one. Almost open. And easy. How are we doing on the delay today? Scientists find ways to travel across very distant points in space in a split second. A wormhole could allow space travel to the most distant regions of the universe in an instant, and now a recent scientific paper has outlined a way to actually build on these anomalies of physics. In the paper entitled Transversable Wormholes in Four Dimensions, Princeton physicist Juan Maldacena, Alexei Milkin, and Fedor Popov declared, "We have constructed a transversable wormhole solution in four dimensions." Physicists state that this would be achieved by placing a large magnetic charge close to external black holes. The scientists explained that rotating. Oh God, what's going on? Sure, I'll accept your cookie policy. Yeah, never. God damn it. We're kind of close to the 90-second range today, then. I see. Damn. Well. Oh, well. Okay, the scientists explained that rotating the black holes was important so that they can be kept apart for a while until the electromagnetic radiation causes them to lose energy and eventually merge with each other. The resulting wormhole can be viewed as an entangled state of two black holes. The physicists described in the paper how they have displayed a solution of an Einstein-Maxwell theory with charged fermions. The said, I think they meant to say, the paper said it's a transversable wormhole in four dimensions and with no exotic matter. It balances classical and quantum effects, and it has a non-trivial space-time topology, which is forbidden in classical theory. Black holes are powerful wells of gravity where absolutely nothing, including light, can escape their pull. Scientists, however, are uncertain what exactly happens to an object once it's pulled in a black hole. Does the intense gravity crush the object into nothingness, or does a black hole spit it out in some remote part of the universe? Some scientists theorize black holes act like wormholes between 2 points in time and space. I myself personally do also agree with that. I have felt for a long time that black holes were kind of like toilet paper tubes that spit you around at racetrack speed to different points in time and space, and that we could totally make something like a Stargate, and that it is totally that sort of tech would be totally real. But let's continue. If correct, such wormholes could be used to instantly travel vast distances and may even travel through time. I don't like this guy, but Dr. Michio Kaku, a theoretical physicist at the City College in New York, argued some of his contemporaries believe black holes act like gateways throughout the universe. Speaking to fellow physicists on the Exploration podcast, Dr. Kaku said, "Then the question is what lies on the other end of the universe. And again, we are now entering the realm of science fiction because Einstein's equations break down the two most interesting points in spacetime. First, the center of a black hole. Einstein's equations are useless at that point. Einstein's equations do predict that black holes might be used as time machines or gateways to other universes, but the equations are unreliable because the gravitational forces at the center of a black hole becomes infinite, and that's nonsense. But the answer to the question of what happens when you pass through a black hole might be hidden in the study of string theory. According to Dr. Kaku, string theory proposes the universe is a bubble of sorts, in which case other bubble-like universes exist, expand, and collide with one another. Dr. Kaku said, but what about time travel? Again, we have to rely on string theory, but string theory is not advanced enough to answer that question. But if time is a river, as Einstein said, then that leaves open the possibility that the river of time can have whirlpools. And if the river of time has whirlpools, these are called close time-like loops. It allows you to leave, let's say, your office and come back before you left. In other words, you might be able to come back yesterday. The physicist said on the outset, the theory might seem nonsensical, but it's a logical conclusion to Einstein's equation. Wow, the rest of this page goes into weird, crazy shit. Story of Jesus Christ is a hoax designed to control the people, biblical scholar claims. Nostradamus 2019 prediction, because he's still obviously. Donald Trump assassination, war, and hard Brexit. Loch Ness Monster riddle solved. There is no dinosaurs, but researchers did find this. Spider invasion UK. Giant house spiders to swarm into British homes. But it's good news. Tomatoes are more than a side dish if you cook them marché style. See, that just went to retard land. Anyways, let's see what you guys' comments we would have got. I tried it, but it wouldn't work. Kept taking me to the Play Store page. Okay, then fuck that hangout. Let's see if we can get... Okay, let's try to get Discord open again. And if we can get Discord open again, we will be able to just pop open a hangout. You guys could join. Oh, awesome. Hell yeah, Gray. Payday. Everybody loves Payday. Oh, that neck pain. Oh. Okay, well, while that is loading up, guys, I will be right back. I am going to reload full, a couple of puffs, and then hopefully in that time we can get Discord up and running properly. So I will see you guys in like 120 to 240 seconds. Discord still seems to be being a dick, and I can't get it to open like I would like properly. Like it opens up, but every time I do open it, it just doesn't do anything. Like
I don't care.
nothing activates. I can't scroll. I can't get anything to work. Yeah, still nothing. Just the same way it was previously. Let's see, is it still open somewhere in the background? I need to kill it completely. Yeah, let's just kill it completely. Come on. End task. End task. End task. And then let's reopen Discord after we ended it, if that'll make it work. And let's check in with you guys in the chat. I let you guys go too long after I went on my little break. Oh, come on, chat. Commencing monosaturated goodening. Whatever the hell that means. We're gonna reattempt opening Discord for the 7th time. You're still there, Zoran. Hell yeah. And there's possibility, yeah.
Every time. Ridiculous. That fast. Really fucking.
Alrighty. Sorry about all of that. So Discord is up and running. Got the top of the Might of Volga to the Hall of Runes. Enjoy the stream. Talk. And voice chat. And yep, everything should be good to go on my end. You guys enjoy.
Hey, girl.
Ah, hey, bud. I will be. Well, hey, Booze, how's it going, bud? Oh.
Hey.
Oh, and Gray's here. Hey, Gray.
What's up, Greg?
How's it gonna go?
It's not too bad. It's just a rainy Sunday evening, or afternoon. It's nearly 1 o'clock. That's so good. Why am I lagging out?
No.
AM. Yeah.
And you still.
Okay. I don't know why it keeps turning it back on. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, well, I turned it off. I don't know why it turned it back on. That's weird. Should be good now, right? And I think it's like a nearly 90-second delay, I think is what we were getting before. Yeah, I asked you, and then when it finally came in, you put mark down that you got it, and yeah, that was approximately 90 seconds. So, normal delay today.
It's better now.
Oh, it's better, huh? Okay. Well, Hangouts. Let's see. Crypt Keeper.
He's on the stream anymore, so great.
So we're gonna open this new article, and I just found it says there are parasitic wasps, and then there's the Crypt Keeper, and I'm a big fan of Crypt Keeper. It's too interesting. Octagon. That's like some really that title is total clickbait, guys. Let's see what we got here. See what it's going to be going on about. You saw the Shazam movie.
I have no insight. I don't care.
It wasn't. I'd have to say that it was probably in the year that he says made.
Yeah, I heard a review. They like
Yeah, I didn't have any like
it's just not a movie, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of go through cycles. There's just some things that I really want to watch, and other things I don't really care about. Like, and I don't even watch nearly as many TV shows and stuff anymore. I pretty much the only things that I really watch are a channel on YouTube called Nile Red, SideQuest, and Beardy, and other people's streams and stuff occasionally. But pretty much that's all I do.
Yeah, I have to admit, YouTube has replaced my entertainment.
Same.
Okay, let's start reading this.
It's incredible how YouTube uses, even though
Yeah.
Is
Okay, so I'm
replacing
gonna start
mainstream
reading this
TV.
article. There are parasitic wasps, and then there's the Crypt Keeper. Popping out of the heads of its host seems strange enough. Then scientists discovered something even stranger. It says there's a picture of an oak gall wasp. Yeah, it's like just a chunk of a head. To deposit its eggs, the parasitic oak gall wasp pierces a leaf or stem with its ovipositor. So yeah, I'm thinking like egg gun.
Ovipositor.
Yeah,
Like,
take the egg.
yeah, it's kind of a gun. Yeah, essentially.
A tube-like organ that would be a stinger if this wasp was the kind that stings. The plant puffs and swells like those called galls. These serve as tiny known cutely for a parasite as crypt. Within each crypt, a white egg develops until it grows large enough to chew a hole into the gall crispy skin and emerge an adult. Thus, the life cycle of Bassetettia, I don't know, Bassettia, Palladia. Unless the Crypt Keeper wasp, Uterus set, a parasite in its own right, comes along. The size of the pin, the wasp locates smooth dome-shaped galls created by the other wasps. Then, puncturing the gall, it injects its egg beside or inside the young oak gall wasp. As both eggs develop inside the crypt, the baby Crypt Keeper feeds off the body of baby Bassettia. There's more. Just as Bassettia begins chewing an escape hatch into the gall skin, Uterus stops it. Now the unfinished hole is too small to allow exit. Bassettia's head becomes caught, plugging it like a cork. The head is visible from the outside, but it is unresponsive.
Development of
A few days later, Uterus will crawl into the head and chew its way out. The victor, a parasite's parasite. Wow.
Oh.
But, well, thank God.
Yeah, you're just static there, Kyle.
You guys still here? Wait, why is it giving me such shit? Yeah, and a lot of times when you were talking great, it was on my halfway
very staticky. Are you hearing anything?
Nope. Just garbled static.
Come back to us, y'all. It's almost like the poltergeist or something, you know, where you hear communication through like the static. What's that, Jarl? You want me to kill people?
He says he was killed here ages ago.
Speaking of static, my bloody blue Yeti was fucking me over for God knows how long. I finally got a new cape.
Come on. Authenticated and connected. My
Oh. That is, yes, much better.
Okay, now you're
Yeah.
showing up on the stream too.
Wait, now I'm staticky on the stream. You guys can hear me fine, but now it's staticky on the stream.
Well, I'm still a good ways behind on the stream.
I think it should once we've caught up, it should all be good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Discord is doing that. No fucking clue. But all I had heard from you, Gray,
seems
was
weird. It's like
something about the premise of cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk. Yes. What about it?
You had said something about that sounds like the premise of cyberpunk, and then all I heard from then right when you told me I was all staticky.
Yeah, it's still a minor bit of static coming in, but we can hear you now. But I was saying, Cyberpunk and Star Citizen went in production in the same year, so.
Ah.
I'm still a supporter of Star Citizen. I don't recommend anybody buy it because its future is so spotty. But what there is still good.
Well, that's good. Any of the article I was reading, did you guys happen to hear any of it? Oh, and hey, Kaz. I came for the war if I stayed for the robot voices.
T1000 Jarl, best Jarl.
It sounds fine now.
Cool. Perfect. So how much of the article that I had been reading did you guys catch?
About none of it.
Okay. I will start over again. There are one parasitic wasp, and then there's the Crypt Keeper. Popping out of the heads of those seems strange enough, then scientists discovered something even stranger. Oh yes, basically all you had heard when I was talking about the ovipositor, right? You had heard that.
Yes, yeah. We have.
Okay, so this goes the life cycle of the Bessetia palladia, unless the Crypt Keeper wasp uterus set, a parasite in its own right, comes along. The size of the pen, the wasp locates smooth dome-shaped galls created by the other wasp. Then, puncturing the gall, it injects its egg beside or inside the young oak gall wasp. As both eggs develop inside the crypt, the baby Crypt Keeper feeds off the body of baby Bessetia. Just as Bessetia begins crawling, chewing an escape hatch into the gall skin, uterus stops it. Now the unfinished hole is too small to exit. Bessetia's head becomes caught, plugging it like a cork. The head is visible from the outside, but it is unresponsive. A few days later, uterus will crawl out of the head and chew its way out. The victor, a parasite's parasite. The Crypt Keeper's wasp manipulation of its host and exit through its head was first discovered in the literature in 2017. But as scientists have studied it further, things have gotten only weirder. It started when Scott Egan, an evolutionary biologist at Rice University who described the Crypt Keeper, began collaborating with Andrew Forbes, an ecologist at the University of Iowa. Between 2015 and 2018, Dr. Forbes' lab have collected more than 23,000 galls from oak trees in Iowa, the Midwest, New England, North Carolina, and Texas. His team has hoped to learn about the diversity of gall wasp species and find galls that have been parasitized. But the more he talked with Dr. Egan, the more they suspected that the Crypt Keeper was using multiple host species, unusual behavior among parasites, which are usually very specialized. Dr. Forbes' lab confirmed the hunch by rearing some wasps and their gall crypts in plastic cups within a chamber that simulated changing seasons. Their parasitoid crypt keepers did have many different host species, and all the hosts had one key thing in common. The galls they occupied were small, smooth, non-woody, lacking fuzz or sharp spines, defenseless. These little crypts were perfect for uterus's keeping. Parasitoids are very specialized to a host, said Anna Ward, a doctoral student in Dr. Forbes' lab, and lead author of the paper that reported its finding, which was published Wednesday in Biology Letters. You think it was only attacking one host or a small subset. We were surprised to see that Uterus Set was able to manipulate these very different hosts. That the Crypt Keepers sees victims based not on their kind but on the vulnerability of their homes suggests that assumptions about an organism's behavior can sometimes cause people to miss important truths about how the animals really live. These interactions can help us understand our impact on the world, said Ms. Ward. With climate change, how can we know our true impact? We don't even know what's there. Okay. So that was interesting. Fun. Hopefully you guys heard enough of it, and it's
Yeah, pretty creepy.
Yep.
the pictures were too. Yeah, I put the
Again,
link.
gotta love parasites.
I sent the link of it, of the article in. Kind of gnarly looking. Like you see this close up of an insect's like gnawed off of its body head.
Gee, ugh. Damn, nature, you scared.
Yeah. Right? You're like, oh, that's well, no thanks.
Makes me glad there aren't any like parasites like that for us. Like it thankfully, luckily, touchwood will always remain in the insect world.
Yeah.
Yeah, particularly wasps seem to have a tendency to be parasitic like that.
Wasps are assholes in every conceivable way. They are assholes.
Though I suppose you could consider the botfly a parasite for humans.
Yeah, true. But they're fairly easy to avoid. That and they can be pretty much killed and removed with Vaseline.
You would said human bot flies, and as you were saying that, I was reading, are humans preventing flies from eavesdropping? And I have no clue what the hell that means. But because I'm like, fly. I don't think flies give a shit about us in that manner. Like, why would they?
I mean, just don't. There are some bugs I don't like flying insects. Fuck flying insects.
I don't blame you. So my least favorite flying insect is called a horsefly. They traumatized me one day, and I have never liked them since.
They are proper bastards, but I think the American version is going to be far larger and scarier than the British version.
Probably, yeah. So, to make a long story short, I was in a place in Florida called Tate's Hell, and I was getting eaten up alive, so I went into the friend that drove us there, went back into her car, which had a sunroof. They completely covered the vehicle, and you could hear their rasping tongue noises from inside the vehicle, and they were all like staring at me, wanting me, hungry. So, I don't like horseflies.
Ah.
Because, imagine being a kid, like, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old or so, and you're trapped inside of a car on a very hot, humid Florida summer day because they have been eating you alive, and now they're all staring at you inside of the car, literally salivating in front of you.
Like a scene of Alien.
Yeah, it's like a terrible. Yeah, bunch of xenomorphs.
He didn't have a flamethrower.
Yeah. Yes. Die, all of you! Yeah. Oh man, that would. Yeah.
The only bugs I like are the harmless ones, or ants. I'm all right with ants.
My wife really, really hates ants, but several years ago, before I met her, she had a cat that had been dying, and the ants were like already trying to get the leftovers before the cat had even died, and so that really had pissed off the wife. My wife doesn't like ants, and where we live in Northern California in our particular town, because we're kind of on the beach, the sand, what'll happen is when the rainy seasons come, all of the ants that had been, just chilling like normal start coming into everybody's houses. Because when it rains here, we tend to get some flooding and stuff. Because it rains and rains.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, if they're being a pest, then I see, there's a problem. But
oh yeah.
so I got I guess you could say pet ant colony.
Well, yeah. Those can be
It's more like a fish tank.
But you got filled up with like sand and leaves and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'll put some aquarium decorations in there as well. So there's like a little skull mountain and shit, and some plants.
Yeah.
Then I lavishly administer liquid Teflon across the edges so they can't escape. It's interesting just to watch them go around and eat and do their thing.
Get one of the little dive guys with the chest that opens and closes down in there, so they're confused as to what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
What I would think would be really cool if they could figure out how to do, because they've done things like, put GoPros on animals. They have the fake robot animals that kind of behave like real animals, so you can get the up close stuff. But like,
Well, I've seen enough of Black Mirror to know that's a bad idea.
But to me, I think the cool idea is you can figure out how to put a GoPro on an ant and freaking the day in the life of an ant, like ant view. Like, I think that would be so cool.
I seem to remember them doing something like that previously.
I'd say I don't know if they did that with a wasp or a bee, maybe, but I definitely remember somebody put something on a colony, like a creature.
Well, if you can find that, link it to me. If you're able to find it or know what it's even called or whatever. Be interested in seeing that.
Yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind watching that as well. Ant Cam.
Yeah. Because, like, just all what like you would be able to see what they do inside their nest, but it's not even just that. It's like what is the world like from their point of view, and how do they interact with the world at that level? When the world is so infinitely larger than it is even to us. Like to us, this world is pretty huge, but to an ant, it's like I don't want to think 15, 50 times. I don't know how much. Ant is like what 1/millionth the size of a human.
There's tons of videos of them putting like micro cameras in ants' nests, but nothing actually on the ant.
Hell.
Maybe I'll have to make a Twitter post tagging like Nat Geo or some of the other people and be like, hey, make this TV show. You guys will make millions. I will watch it. I will recommend other people to watch it. Man, it just starting to rain harder.
That's Elon Musk make a solar powered ant with a camera.
Yeah.
He's got the money, and he's crazy enough to do it.
Yeah, he is crazy. What did you say, babe?
That's a man that's willing to like try and make genetically engineered catgirls. Then that's a man willing to make like a robotic.
Oh wow! So my wife was telling me some interesting news. So apparently today in Davis, California, which is similar in SoCal, they had a tornado, and then after the tornado, it hailed so much that people thought it was snowing.
Damn.
And she says there's a picture she's looking at where there's like 2 or 3 inches on the highway of hail.
That's one of the very, 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 very few advantages of living in the UK. Our weather is completely and totally predictable and not.
Yeah, it just rains all the time.
Yeah.
And I like the rain, so
So you guys are basically kind of like
if it wasn't
Seattle
for your bad
all the time.
government, I'd move there.
Oh, mate, don't.
I would go there for the weather, but I wouldn't go there for the government and the fact that you guys don't really know how to cook food.
I mean,
It's either you guys pretty much boil everything, boil and bake.
I'd say like for UK, we pretty much we near enough just roast them. Big on roasting.
Yeah. But I don't really see, the world's greatest chefs coming out of the UK. I mean, nobody's gonna count. I don't even know where the hell frickin' Hell's Kitchen boy. Where the hell is he from? He's British, right?
Oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. Is he British or is he just?
Yeah, he's British. He's the only good like chef to have come out of this country, I think.
Yeah. Because throughout the ages, you guys pretty much just boiled everything.
Well, we have access to water and fire.
And potatoes. For the famine, obviously, in Ireland. But yeah. Boil potatoes. Boil your sausages.
Mate, we don't just boil potatoes; we mash them and stick them in stews as well.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes. So basically, what you guys are saying is you're all hobbits. Okay.
There are worse things to be. Be one of those Californian goblins.
Right? Yeah. I have no clue what I would want to be in the Lord of the Rings world. Because I don't know if I'd want to be a frou-frou elf or some sort of grimy human. I don't know. I mean, I'm bearded enough to be a dwarf, but I don't want to be A dwarf.
I want to be a dragon.
You'd be a dragon. Okay.
Yeah. Not obviously not Smaug.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy's an ass.
Yeah.
That, and he obviously does not know the mechanics of weaving or serpent.
Yeah, he's kind of a dumb dragon. I got defeated.
It's his old age.
Yeah.
Set in his ways.
He'd been napping.
If it isn't a straight line, it's not worth flying. Alright? That's the Smaug mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I'm like over 9 billion years old. Dude, I gotta have my nap and my afternoon pudding. And, divorce court is gonna be on, man. I gotta watch Judge Wapner.
God damn it. God damn it, old man. Let the younger ones take the reins for the while.
Did you get the Judge Wapner reference, Greg? I don't know if that's
We have something similar here, called what's he called? Judge Rinder, I think he's called here.
well, Judge Wapner.
Basically, one of those programs we thought, America's doing that, we might as well do it as well.
Yeah, there still is the People's Court, but he used to be the judge on the People's Court, and I was actually kind of making a Rain Man reference, because Rain Man always had to listen to his Judge Wapner or watch People's Court.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's kind of like a boomer thing too. So I kind of
that's what. I thought you were going the boomer angle.
yeah, I was going the boomer angle because Smaug is the boomer.
Smaug, the boomer of dragons.
I don't think he would have nearly as much seriousness in the world. They're like, yeah. Did you did get your fixin' it? Did you put your fixin' in before you went to go raid that village? Do you have diaper wenches? I'm pretty sure I know somebody who can get you some diaper wenches. And it is really coming down.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to hear it on the mic, or is it just not loud enough to carry over?
I'm not hearing much. Other than you.
Yeah, it's probably just loud for me on my end. So, let's see what we're going to do to fill up the rest of the time. I already read enough science articles, I feel, for the day. That was pretty fun.
We're all a little bit smarter.
Yeah. You guys got anything cool to talk about? Anything you guys got going on? What is happening in the world of Gray and Booze?
Not much going on with me, to be honest. I'm just working and playing video games and saving up cash. First off, cash for the move to America, and then a couple of hobbies.
Couple of hobbies. I was thinking of saying holiday is like short for holidays, and we're going to go on a couple of holidays. Or vacations for other people.
Oh god, no. The only vacation I'm taking is to America at some point.
Yeah.
And that's more going to be shopping around for real estate.
You know, I don't remember the last time I've actually had a real vacation, gone on holiday. I'm too poor to do that, and I've got
they're
kids, so like,
expensive.
where can I like, it's either going to be a family thing. There's no like, oh, me and the wife we're gonna go over to this fun cabin and stuff. It's like you gotta find childcare for the kid. You gotta make sure you got money to pay for the kid or just family, something. That's a whole mess.
Yeah.
The booze. What about you, bud? What has been happening in the world of you?
I think we've lost him.
Uh-oh.
I'll say on payday, I'm ordering myself a little camera for my computer. I've got some extra hard drive space for a project.
Okay. What are you gonna start doing? What's your little project? Is it side quest related?
No, not that. I'll keep it under wraps for now. But I've got something on the way.
Okay. Is it at all related to any of your 3D modeling that you've done?
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, let's see, let's do it.
I gave up on that long while. I'm just gonna go to graduation. I'm gonna get the piece of paper that says I can do it and just never do it again. Yeah, probably
Know
not
your
the
limits,
smart,
right?
not the wisest career choice I could have made, but still.
I just
So
remember
I've started. Once I get some money together and I've started doing stuff, I'm gonna go. There's a thing in the UK called the City and Guild. Basically, like diplomas and degrees that you can get as an adult, which aren't too pricey. And I'm probably gonna go for welding because that's always a trade in demand.
Yeah.
And then one of the hobbies I'm doing at the moment is blacksmithing.
Ooh. You have like a little
Nothing
mini
exciting.
forge.
It's more making like tools and general just like useful objects. But if I ever get the chance to make some swords and axes and shit, that'll be fun. But for now, it's just gonna be stuff I can probably make a profit of.
Make silverware. You know what I mean? Like, make some forks, knives, and
Yeah.
spoons and little things like
Because
that.
you go to a flea market, boot sale or something. Like, you put up some hand forged tools. That's gonna go for.
No, yeah. Make like a hammer or something. I don't know. I've seen a few vids on that. Doesn't look too terribly hard to make a hammer, a head for a hammer, and then sticking a wood. Doesn't look too terribly hard.
It's all about how well you heat the metal, hit the metal, and
Oh yeah, that's very true. Well, I'll be right back. I need to pay a coffee fee and get a new cup of coffee, so I'll be right back.
I
Try to entertain the 3 people watching.
Zubzak. Okay, shouldn't be too.
Up. It also makes it easy that I'm one of the 3 people watching, so.
Excellent. Yeah, I got my little camera on the way, and I've got some stuff sorted out. So because I was talking to Arthur, and I think I might try out the whole YouTube sphere.
I've considered doing a few game streams, but I ain't putting my ugly mug up on YouTube.
It thundered out, you rat.
You don't have to put your mug up there. Just gonna play the game of commentary. That'll be good enough.
Yep.
I'm aiming more kind of I don't know. I just want someone to put my opinions and have a little creative outlet, so I don't really care what happens to.
No, I only even started doing this because you all needed the help.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've always helped other people on YouTube. I've never thought,
Cool.
I'm gonna go for myself. Gives me something to do.
And huzzah, I have returned.
Hello.
Anything fun happening in the chat, or are you guys basically the chat? Oh, there's four people watching. Oh, hey, Joyce. Glad you came by, bud.
There are people. Yeah.
I'll throw a wrench his way. Throw a wrench at him. Add moderator.
Right. I should probably be heading off now. Thank you for having me on, Yard.
Hey, thanks for coming by, man. And
No problem.
I'll let you get
Always
back.
a pleasure. And thank you, Ezub. Good chats.
Yep.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a
Later,
good
bro.
one.
Alright, you two guys. See you later.
Let's see if I got anything fun for at least the last half hour or so. Boring. Everything is just weird pictures of Trump going with his lips. All the news. It's like 3 articles in a row with Trump and weird faces. Why does that pizza have candy on it? What the Oh my god, maybe that's a donut? Is that a donut? Okay, I think that might be a donut covered in cereal and frosting. Okay. Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yes. Oh, it's a lot better to look at because I'm like, oh my god, there's pepperonis and M&Ms on here. What the fuck? Like, would you do that? So much boring news. Okay, let's go back to the science news page where there was something probably much more entertaining. Contaminating Mars with microbes could kickstart colonizations. What will humans eat on a Mars? Will humans be able to eat meat on the red planet? I don't know. I guess we would eat Mars potatoes, probably. 'Cause, I mean, can't potatoes pretty much grow anywhere?
Theoretically.
That's a weird title. We're gonna have to totally read that one. That is a very strange article. Facial recognition technology could help unlock secrets of dark matter in the universe. Well, they piqued my interest. I'll drop the link down in the chat so you guys can follow along. Still opening up on my end there. You can get it open up. Feel free to read it out if you want to.
All right. Could the same technology that is used to unlock people's smartphones also help unlock the secrets of the universe? It may sound unlikely, but that's exactly what researchers from Switzerland's science and technology focused University of ETH Zurich are working to achieve. Using a variation of the type of artificial intelligence neural network behind today's facial recognition technology, they have developed new AI tools that could prove a game changer in the discovery of so-called dark matter. Physicists believe that the understanding of this mysterious substance is necessary to explain fundamental questions about the underlying structure of the universe. The algorithm we use is very close to what is commonly used in facial recognition. Yannis Fleury, a PhD student who works in the ETH Zurich lab focused on applying neural networks to cosmology problems, told Digital Trends. The beauty of AI is that it can learn from basically any data. In facial recognition, it learns to recognize eyes, mouth, and noses, while we are looking for structures that give a sense about dark matter. This pattern recognition is essential in the core of the algorithm. Ultimately, we only adapted it to infer the underlying cosmological parameters. Dark matter matters. But what exactly is it that researchers are looking for? Right now, it's not entirely known, but as United States Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart memorially stated about obscenity, I know it when I see it. Or rather, we won't, because it can't be seen. But scientists will know it once they've found it. Welcome to the weird world of dark matter. The existence of dark matter, in some form, has been hypothesized for well over a century. It is thought to account for around 27% of the universe, outweighing visible matter by a ratio of approximately 6 to 1. Everything in the universe that we can detect, all the atomic matter that makes up galaxies, stars, planets, life on Earth, and devices you're reading this article on, it is just a tiny, tiny fraction of all the matter that exists. The overwhelming bulk of it cannot be tracked directly. It is invisible and able to pass straight through regular visible matter. Instead, its existence is predicated on our observation that the way the universe works. Like a housemate you never see but are sure exists because their half of the bills get paid, and someone is occasionally using the shower when you want it. Only in this case, it's because scientists have worked out that the speed at which galaxies rotate is sufficiently fast that they could not be held together simply by the gravity generated by visible matter. Dark matter is therefore theorized to be the secret ingredient that gives these galaxies the extra mass they require to not tear themselves apart like a suicidal paper bag. It is this that drives normal matter in the form of dust and gas to collect and assemble into stars and galaxies. Looking for something that can't be looked for sounds difficult. It is, but there's a way that scientists are able to pinpoint what they think dark matter is most likely to be situated. They do this by looking at the subtle ways that light and the gravity of big galaxy clusters bends and distorts the light from more distant galaxies. This is called weak gravitational lensing. Observing the areas around the mass clusters of galaxies lets astronomers identify background galaxies which appear warped. By reverse engineering these distortions, they can then isolate where they believe the densest concentrations of matter, both visible and invisible, can be found. Think of it like a mirage effect that causes far-off images blurred and shimmery on a hot day, only a whole lot further away. Previously, one would study weak lensing mass maps by manually selecting the relevant features, Yannis Fleury explained. This is a very complicated task, and there are no guarantees that the selected features contain all of the relevant information. We resolve this problem with AI approach. The convolutional neural networks used in work excel at pattern recognition. A convolutional neural network is a type of brain-inspired artificial intelligence that is frequently used for image classification tasks. While its neurons still have the learnable weights and biases of conventional neural networks, i.e. the things which allow it to learn, its explicit assumption that it is dealing with images as inputs allows its creators to reduce the number of parameters in the network. This makes it more efficient. Roughly speaking, it works by us providing networks with large quantities of data. They automatically create a set of complex filters to extract the relevant information of the map. Dr. Thomas Kazak, one of the other co-authors of the project, told Digital Trends, when it tries to optimally combine these filters to give us precise of an answer as possible. The researchers trained their neural networks by feeding it computer-generated data which simulates the universe. This allows it to repeatedly analyze dark matter maps so as to be able to extract cosmological parameters from real images of the night sky. The results showed improvements of 50% compared to traditional methods based on human-made statistical analysis. The AI algorithm needs a lot of data to learn in the training phase, Fleury continued. It is very important that the training data, in our case simulations, are as accurate as possible. Otherwise, it will learn features that are not present in real data. To do this, we had to generate a lot of large and accurate simulation, which was very challenging. Afterward, we had to tweak the algorithm to achieve peak performance. This was done by testing multiple network architectures to optimize the performance. They then used their fully trained neural networks to analyze actual dark matter maps. This came from the so-called KIDS 450 dataset made using the VLT Survey Telescope in Chile. The dataset covers a total area of some 200 or 2,200 times the size of the full moon. It contains records of around 15 million galaxies. Because of this extraordinarily large amount of data, the researchers needed a supercomputer to put their artificial intelligence into action. They ultimately ran their AI computer on the Swiss National Supercomputing Center of Lugano, a city in southern Switzerland which borders Italy. Supercomputers at CSCS are available to all Swiss universities and research institutes. These are so powerful that, in order to stop them overheating, water from the nearby Lake Lugano is pumped in for cooling at a rate of 460 liters per second, which is entirely irrelevant to any of this. Now, yeah. Yeah, the rest of the article doesn't look to have anything relative. Yeah. I mean, it's a clever idea to use the same contour mapping AI, but mm, nope, really haven't been paying too much attention this week. Well, in this case, even further, the political message is nothing more than fear mongering in this case. Well, undoubtedly, humanity has had an effect on environmental shifts. When looked at from a pulled back perspective, the amount we've probably affected is so microcosmically small, even from a cumulative scale, that any changes we make are unlikely to have any effect in the long term anyway. Yeah. Right. Yep. And, regardless of what happens, we've only got a few billion years before its sun explodes and kills us all anyway. Yep. Just like great Cthulhian horrors, you can't really win. You can only push back the doom date. It has not.